Good evening, boys and girls. How's everything going on over here? 1-800-223-9797. Call me. You can at me at Funkflex. At me on the gram. I'll repost it in the stories. So, we've had some interesting events happen. So, Mr. Lesser Charge, right? Mr. Touchy-Feely. For some reason, he felt that Colin Kaepernick's heartfelt letter to the Jets that was made known by J. Cole, that it was pathetic. So it got my mind to thinking, so if Lesser Charge, and don't worry, I'm going to get to real estate Rico shortly. Let me just stay on Lesser Charge, Mr. Touchy-Feely. Stay there. So I was so confused because I've only known Colin Kaepernick to give back to the community, stand for something great. I mean, remember, this whole thing started, everyone, like, I know it transformed into NFL and Colin and Jay-Z and all those different things, but this was based on a pretty good subject, which is Colin standing up because a lot of youth of color were being killed by police officers.
Gunned down.
Let's just stay someplace. I just want to paint the right picture. Let's stay there for a second. So, Lesser Charge, Gobbler, that's what I call him, because you know he loves to gobble Jay-Z. I've never seen one man gobble another man so much. But, no. So, I want to make sure I get this right. So, that's pathetic to him. But the mental health scam that he's running, I guess, is not pathetic. Because the mental health scam has been so prominent since the Lesser Charge. A little bit before.
Getting ahead.
So, do you feel pathetic, sir, on that lesser charge that you took? Do you feel pathetic? Do you feel pathetic? That mental health scam you're running? Do you feel pathetic, I guess, allegedly having a new lawsuit? A brand new one. April 21st, 2023.
This year.
I think that lawsuit's against your company. I think it's against your radio company, you, everyone involved. But I want to ask you something. Do you feel pathetic? Because I'm going to break that situation down for you, Mr. Lesser Charge. Lesser Charge for you was the best way to go. I don't care what I think. I don't care what people think. And maybe it is none of anyone's business. But you know, turn that down a little bit, Tad. But you know what you did on that night. And if you was really this mental health person, I don't know how, but you would deal with that situation. Now, is real estate Rico, is he pathetic? Because you look at him every morning. Is real estate Rico that sits next to you every day? I mean, he has a couple lawsuits just like you. Because Colin Kaepernick, I don't think he has any lawsuits. I think Colin Kaepernick cares about the community. And it showed that in many ways. You know, everybody's going to have a different opinion. right? Maybe Colin's right, maybe the NFL's right, maybe they're both right, maybe they're both wrong. I don't know. There's a crossroads. But Colin would like to play football. And he expressed in an amazingly written letter. Amazingly written letter. Also, really, really, you could tell he knew exactly what was going on in the Jets organization, which made J. Cole want to show this letter.
Yes.
And he even, mind you, Mr. Lesser Charge, Colin wasn't asking for the starting position.
No.
He was asking for the backup position.
Yes.
And he also said that it would give them a chance to even see if he has what it takes.
Yes.
So you're trying to tell me, Lesser Charge, remember now, you are a person who took a lesser charge. Remember who you are. You and your friends, you and your other buddies at that party that night. A lesser charge. Okay? Underage. Remember, allegedly. Remember, you, sir, called Colin Kaepernick pathetic. I'm not sure where you got that from. But you know something? I never expected any less from you, Mr. Lesser Charge. You want to know why? You stood in that room gobbling Jay-Z's ping pong. Because the crazy thing is you're a gobbler. Like you're a gobbler, a lesser charge guy. I don't know. You massage men. But, like, I don't know. When there's underage situation, it goes someplace else. You're kind of weird, man. You're actually weird. And to quote you, my friend, you have also made it known that you put drugs in women's drinks. Mm-hmm. You said that on your podcast. So tell your lawyer I'm only quoting what's out there.
That he put out there.
Yeah, your lawyer's not too bright. He took you as a client. He's not bright. They do not strike me as bright. Anyway, so you've already said you're one of those creeps that put, like, stuff in women's drinks. Guys who do that are waiting for them to pass out or take advantage. So I want to get back to you gobbling Jay-Z, right? So there's a press conference, and, I will say once again, if Jay-Z has done so many things great, because he has, I wanna give you the right ratio. Let's say Jay-Z has done 1,000 things to everyone else great. Mine is 999. Right? I want to make sure people understand what Jay-Z means to me. Everything. And I say something about him here and there, and I say the greatness too. He's great to me. I have 999 things that I like. There's just one thing that I don't like out of the 1,000. It's my thing that I will hold forever, and it's reasons like this when things come back up, is Jay-Z held a press conference and said we were past kneeling. And you, Mr. Lesser Charge, were there gobbling his carrot. Right? You were gobbling him. Why you were gobbling him? You thought they were going to give you a job. You thought the NFL was going to, I don't know. You always wear the hat like it's a uniform. You think they're going to, nothing. See, gobblers, when you see a gobbler like you know that you're like a sucker, a punk. So then they let you do that knowing we never have to do anything for him in return because he's going to gobble us till the morning. So Jay-Z never needed to, really do anything with you because you were already, you were already grappling his ground beef. Yo, another man, I hope your kids ain't listening tonight. Nah, I'm just, So now, with all that being said, before you went to that press conference that Jay-Z had with the NFL about Colin Kaepernick, guess who you were gobbling before that? Colin. Remember? You remember calling Ness all the time, right? Showing up unannounced.
Called Ness his friend.
But what happened is you were already a professional gobbler. But when Jay-Z jumped into the NFL, you went into premium gobble mode.
Mega gobble.
And started gobbling Jay-Z. Now, you see, I thought you would have learned from gobbling. Don't worry, I'm getting to real estate Rico shortly.
Gobbling is crazy.
Don't you worry. See, remember when you were gobbling Drake? You remember that, right? You were gobbling. I was like, yo, is he gonna, why don't you take his toes out of your, why don't you? And you're the worst type of gobbler. You're like you gobble to the morning. Like I go on my grandma or something. I'm like, yo, he's still gobbling. So let me tell you why you look stupid. And listen, I am not. I hope you're not taking offense. I'm giving my opinion. And the thing is you talk with so much authority, but you're a punk. So it's like. I know you have people who believe in you, so I know that's why you sent cease and desist letters up here to the station, because you were a little scared of what I was going to say. I mean, you've been sending them for months, gobbler. And I know, see, today's conversation is weird for you because you have a stool pigeon in my building. And she's a clown. So, I don't think she's going to help you very much today. She couldn't help you back then. And your infiltrator here is a clown. So, and I don't take her serious. So, yeah. I think you guys share the same nothing. Anyway, so let me get back to King Gobbler. So, you were gobbling Colin. It didn't work out for you. I don't know. Like, how could you stand on a platform and say this guy is pathetic? Like, there's no one. I gotta be honest, bro. You know what? I'm gonna wrap you up because I gotta get to real estate Rico. You sort of. I watch your whole mental health push. You lay out this blanket like you care. And you know what Mr. Lesser Charge and Real Estate Rico have in common, Tap? You guys have studied what black people aspire for and what black people's fears. See, mental health, that's an amazing scam for African Americans. Because you know what our thoughts are. Real estate Rico, that's an amazing scam. Because you know our people love quick money. They all want to be J.R. Ewing and be like big real estate tycoons. You know. And African Americans, don't get mad at me because I'm African American. You know, not just African Americans, Spanish, white, black, all colors, are very impressed by celebrities. See, that's where Real Estate Rico came in. But I also want to make sure that I put this disclaimer out there, and you understand something. I do not know, and I'm not 100% convinced that Real Estate Rico. Yo, shout to Tony the closer. Oh, Real Estate Rico, you're going to be on NBC News Wednesday. I'm going to post a pic. I wasn't there. They're going to hurt you Wednesday. They're going to hurt you. So, Real Estate Rico knows that people are very impressed by celebrities, cars, money, flashiness. So they kind of push that energy. Yep. And I know you get upset when people talk about your wife. And I know you get funny. But she was pushing the same type of energy on her social. You guys were kind of doing like a church pastor, like preacher scam. That's allegedly. I don't know if it was a scam, but it was just weird. And your social, my brother, it doesn't hit the upper echelon of money makers. You're hitting the people that look up to you. The hardworking people. And I'll be honest, man, I'm amazed because I do know you. And I kind of know that's not your energy. And me and you may have like here and there, we have differences of opinion. I dig your work ethic. So I'm kind of surprised you are not more involved with clearing this up. With, I'm going to say our people, yours and mine, our people. I'm surprised at that, my brother. I really am. And I'm not, I'm not here to attack you today or nothing. I'm surprised at that. And I'm surprised that you guys didn't think, listen, I gave everybody a pass until we're like 5 months later. There's some big stories coming out. I got to do what I do. This is part of what I do. Yeah, Real Estate Rico. Lesser Charge Gobbler. He got a new name.
LCG.
Nobody believes your mental health movement, my brother. Go in your own comments. And listen, you got to make, I'm not allowed to make comments on your page. I don't want to think you blocked me, but I'm able to see what's going on. But I'm not allowed to write anything. I just want to, wish you happy birthday or something. You guys got to let me in, man. A lot of people got their comments off. Yeah,
Nobody could get in.
So, Mr. Real Estate Rico, letting Lesser Charge talk about that. I mean, Rico, do you feel what you're kind of portraying right now is kind of pathetic? Mr. Rico, do you think when you look across at Lesser Charge, because he's out on a lesser charge, do you put your daughter around Mr. Lesser Charge? Real Estate Rico, do you put your daughter around Mr. Lesser Charge? I'm just curious. You do or you don't? And listen, I know you want to fight Tyrese. I get it. My brother, Tyrese is from Compton. I'd be careful. Like, he's from Watts. Please. Yo, Ebro. Ebro, there's an infiltrator in here. Absolutely. A clown. There is. There's an infiltrator. That's what's his name again? Not Real Estate Rico. That's Lesser Charge. Lesser Charge has a friend up here. And let me tell you about Mr. Lesser Charge Gobbler. You know why you got a friend up here? She's a bozo, by the way. You know why you got a friend up here? Because, and I want to make sure he hears this good, you've always been scared of me. I want the music down. You're scared to run into me. You don't know what my energy is going to be. And I had no bad energy. It's actually good energy. I will never take away from your work ethic and your grind. But you remember when you kind of reached out to Karen Civil want to have a little, I don't know if it was truce or like energy. I knew you were scared then. See, you and Lesser Charge and Real Estate Rico, they put a lot of effort. And you too, the morning girl that was there did too. You remember when you were talking funny, but my man got that videotape of you getting smashed. So you calmed down. You remember that though, right? I love you. That guy worked for me. He worked for me. But you didn't know that at the time because you wanted to come up. Gobbler. Anyway. But she's cool. I don't want to. New York City, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you what those guys' agenda was. You know I'm top dog in the city. They always tried everything. Rumor, this, threats. I don't have any baggage. I don't have any bones in the closet. I don't have nothing. Very hard for them. But they used to threaten my friends, people who were around me, on information they had. Because you know why, New York? They never banked on this day today. See, you know what this day is? We're talking like 10 years ago. And it's still, yeah. See, I already know your lifespan. I already know. See, let me help you guys. See, I reinvent for the place that I work at. You guys reinvent to line your pockets. That's why you got Real Estate Rico and King Gobbler. See? But they didn't bank on this. And Lesser Charge always knew he had that charge. Karen, I'm going to blow you up today.
Uh-oh.
Now, Karen Civil just today.
Uh-oh.
Karen Civil, well, let me say this right. Me and Ebro had that case in North Carolina, South Carolina, early. Karen Civil told me where it was. I put a lawyer on the case and got the transcript. He knew I did because they had to inform him that somebody asked about the case. Hence, he goes on with academics to try to make a story of his own, knowing I was coming. Let me say that to you again, New York, so you understand. Turn that bomb down.
Give me the timeline.
Karen Civil told me the case existed. I hired a lawyer to get the transcript and all the files. I sent it to Ebro. This was years before it came out. So let me tell you something, Mr. Lesser Charge. I knew what your ego was, and I knew you'd try to clean it up. But what you did was you actually put the nail in your coffin, trying to describe the situation, which smoked out the young lady to then get upset. You're never going to be smarter than me. Let me break it down for you again, bozo. Mr. Lesser Charge, Karen Civil got me the information that case existed. I put a lawyer on the case and got all the information from your court. I sent it to Ebro. You knew we had it. You, being so guilty, knowing I was coming, you went on to academics and did a little explanation of what happened that night. Like I knew you would. You are my son. You're a puppet. You're a goofball. And you're a punk. And I know how to move punks around. I don't know if I ever told you that story today. Did I? Well, you know it now. I'm just wondering if you knew. So, when you had a goofy, what do you call it? Infiltrator in the building, she couldn't help you. I already had the information. And then, to be honest, then I saw you ducking the questions. Then I saw you putting out mad cease and desist. I knew you were scared. And you're still scared. Because you know what that meant? You, real estate Rico, lesser charge gobbler. Yo, legendary names in there tonight.
That was crazy.
And your girl, because your girl was part of that. What was that website she had the relationship with? Bossip.
Yeah.
You know the little girl that left your show? Mommy, you remember that relationship you had with Bossip? You had a strong one. Remember? Always putting out paperwork on my marriage, what was going on with my divorce. It's funny how things work out, right? See, y'all were trying to get me out of... your man, lesser charge, he was trying to get me out the game before a day like this happened. Mm-hmm. He wanted to finish out after me. Mm-hmm. Impossible. I'm petty. I am. I'm petty. So, Mr. Lesser Charge, what have you learned today? You, King Gobbler. Mr. M, me. So, the Colin Kaepernick pathetic thing, I don't know if he was frustrated because, what did Drake call it? Yo.
Drake just gave him the
a
business.
Fake, let me tell you why a fake Morris Chestnut is so crazy.
Gave him the business.
Because Morris Chestnut ain't it. He's already not it. Like, Morris Chestnut is everything but cool. And he said you were a fake one. So that means not only is Morris Chestnut a biscuit, you're like a croissant or something. Like,
not even.
You're below the biscuit. Crazy. That was, but you were gobbling. Remember, you were gobbling Drake. Mm-hmm. Drake tries to rope you in. I never want to be buddies. I don't care. Now, real estate Rico, you, sir, have had a bad week. Yeah. I would refrain from fighting Tyrese because you felt he said something to your wife. I hate to say this to you, man, but if you didn't, if you wasn't smashing the other broad, there would have been no way for Tyrese to have conversation with your wife anyway. Look in the mirror, blame yourself. Stop. See, the difference between me and you is we had similar situations with our wives. I knew better than to stick around for the torture. I could have taught you something. Because if you don't think you're in torture, you're in torture. It's okay. There's nothing wrong. Some people choose torture or what they always say, violence.
You choose violence.
And it's okay. I respect you for it. That's not for me. Me, I'm a wiggle, bounce, and I'm a move. Because I can look at somebody's eyes once and say, no, you're going to punish me. And that's it. But so, I guess Tyrese talking to your wife, I get it. But the way Ricky Rose is talking about his pinky toe, and I mean,
it's disrespectful.
We're talking about boxing people. I don't think you should box anybody. You're doing this to yourself. There's a whole lot of people got swindled. Maybe you had something to do with it or something. Maybe you didn't. And you're not speaking. So you mean you're not sympathetic to the situation. Your man is sitting across from you, and, you know, he got a couple cases and allegedly some sexual things with underage. So the two of y'all is like a lot of lawsuits, a lot of litigation. And I got to be honest, both of those situations is where you guys kind of took advantage of your people. So
it's pathetic.
The pathetic. Now, I was confused on why they use that about Colin.
Yeah.
Guys, you will never do, none of us in this room, I don't know anybody. P.O. said, who's King Gobbler?
Oh my God.
Shout to Pio. Shout to Cujo. Shout to Rashawn. Shout to Cynthia. Shout to Ann. Ann gets her first shout tonight. Shout to Deb. I think it's Deb McDermott. She gets her first shout tonight. We cool as a cucumber. Listen, for the infiltrator in the building. Wow, you're a clown. But that's your boy. That's your boy. They thought I wouldn't find out. Anyway, so on that note, it's a Monday. Was this podcast Monday?
It's podcast Monday.
We should put this up online. Should we put this up on my YouTube page?
Let's do it.
Shout to Black Enterprise. They made a couple posts. Hot New Hip Hop. allhiphop.com. Worldstar.
Hip Hop DX, I think.
Hip Hop DX. Rosé. Somebody said me and Rosé should get a podcast.
Off the blog, y'all.
Yeah, but we can't do it here because they never call me back about the podcast I'm waiting for now. They're busy. They're super busy. He hasn't even asked to take this audio and make it a podcast.
Nah.
He thinks I don't see him.
Nah.
Ain't nobody safe today.
Nah.
What have we learned, boys and girls, about King Gobbler? What's the other? What's the other one? What do we call the other guy?
Real Estate Rico.
Real Estate Rico. Shout out to Tony the Closer.
Tony the Closer.
Tony the Closer is going to be on NBC Channel 4 Wednesday.
Oh my God.
I think he's going to King Gobbler. Man. You hugged a lot. Yo, he gobbled a lot of people. Jay-Z, he gobbled Drake. He gobbled Colin.
He's the king.
King Gobbler.
He's the king.
Keep your kids away from him, man. That guy is oof. Okay, so what should we play in celebration of? I had a record. Let's play Benjamin?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's play that. It's our 97 Funkflex. I'm going to have this up on my YouTube page because they never started the podcast that they were supposed to do up here, so I got no other way to get it to you. But I'm going to get it on my YouTube page. I love this game. You know what's so funny? Man.
They don't be ready for you.
Bro, I'm going to tell you who the Infiltrators is in a second. I'm going to call you. Hot 97, let's go.